Hi everyone, my name is Eloise Skinner. I am a corporate associate at a US law firm in London, and today I'm going to give you my 3 tips for well-being for junior lawyers, for aspiring solicitors, for aspiring barristers, for anyone who's interested in crafting a career in the legal profession, but also staying balanced and with an emphasis on well-being. So a little bit about me. I did my law degree at Cambridge University, and then I trained and qualified with the same US law firm that I've been with for a while now. I spent some time out in New York on a secondment, and now I am based in London and I specialise in corporate tax. So in my spare time, my passions are teaching yoga and meditation. And I'm also qualified in things like mindfulness, Pilates, the kind of like well-being elements. And I'm really passionate about this idea of crafting a life that really has purpose and intention in it. So those are going to be parts of my tips that I'm about to give you. So the first tip is to find some kind of structure in your day. So this could be as simple as starting the day and ending the day with a well-being practice, or some kind of ritual or routine that is forming a structure to your days. And I think this has become even more important for us now as we're kind of in the midst of a long period of social isolation and maybe starting to think about what our lives will look like after that. I think it's so important to make sure that your day has a shape to it, really take control of your time and make sure that you're setting yourself up and sort of closing out your day in a really sort of beneficial, grounding way. So a couple of examples. For me, it works to have a few moments of meditation or just even sitting quietly and breathing in the mornings before I start my day, and then the same thing in the evenings. But for you, it could be going for a short walk, or doing some kind of stretching or sports practice, like something physical, or it could be journaling, or it could be sending a text to a friend or family member, or it could be writing something in a gratitude list, or whatever it is that works for you. Sometimes in well-being practices, or even in like spiritual traditions, there's this concept of like bookending your day with little practices that bring you back to your intention and your purpose and your focus. And I think that can be a really nice well-being strategy to develop. So second thing is reflection. I think it's so important to, and this kind of ties into like a little bit of the like bookending practice, but I think it is really important to continually check in with yourself. And that doesn't have to be some kind of like formal sitting down and giving yourself like a review of how your week's gone, but it could be as simple as making sure you're regularly talking to a friend or a family member or someone in your network, maybe even about your professional or personal goals. And you're just checking in with yourself to make sure that you're still on the track that you want to be on and that you're going in the right direction. Because I think a lot of the time, life moves really fast and 100 different things come at us all of the time. And I think, especially for me, this is what I found. It's easy to get so overwhelmed with emails, meetings, notifications, stuff coming at you, that you lose your path a little bit and you start to let things slide, or you don't check in with yourself as regularly. And then before you know it, you're kind of off track and wondering how you got there. So I think it can be really important to have a journaling practice or some kind of like little checklist that you're just running through to make sure that you're feeling good about where you're going and how your life is at the moment and your choices. And yeah, like I said, that could be as simple as regularly chatting with a friend, or, if it's about professional goals, setting up an accountability like network contact who's gonna talk through your professional goals with you, that kind of thing. And the final tip is to really craft your life with intention. And I know this kind of sounds very like dramatic, but I think especially in a legal career, what tends to happen is we can see the path ahead of us because it's quite a structured, traditional industry to be going into. Often when you come into, say, a law firm as a trainee solicitor, you can already see the path ahead of you. You can see you go from trainee to associate to senior associate to partner if you're, fortunate enough to be able to do that. And that is kind of your life like laid out for you, like here you go. And I think that can be incredible and, you know, is an amazing opportunity for those who want to pursue that. But I think especially now with the rise of things like portfolio careers and passion-driven careers and people having other interests or bringing your whole self to the work that you're doing, I think it's really important to remember to structure your life. You are in control, you get to choose, you get to regularly check in with yourself about whether you're still passionate about what you're doing, and you get to make choices about your life. So if something doesn't feel like it's the right choice, you know, if you feel like you're going in the wrong direction, maybe you want to go in a different industry or to a different kind of firm, or you want to do something else entirely, those choices are yours and they're available for you. So again, this isn't kind of a traditional well-being tip, but I think this is maybe the most fundamental aspect of well-being. Are you happy with the way things are going? Like, does it feel like your life is going in the right direction? And just to continually and regularly check in with yourself about that. And if you ever get the answer that your life, you feel like, you know, something could be different or something needs to change, then take action and don't be afraid to kind of craft and design the life that works for you, and not necessarily the life that other people have asked you to follow or would like you to follow, or that you feel like you should have to do. So I hope those are helpful little well-being tips. Not your traditional like drink green juice and wake up at 5 a.m. tips, but I think it's looking at well-being in a different way. And you guys are the new generation of lawyers coming into the profession. I think it's really important and kind of, your mission in a sense to design careers that work for you and to excel at doing that. So I hope this was helpful. You can find me on social media, just type Eloise Skinner into your Instagram browser, Instagram search, and I will pop up hopefully, and ask me any questions you want.